The future of air travel. What's in for us? Although this futuristic spaceship from Star Trek may seem impossible to realize today, but keeping in view the overwhelming tendency of humans to realize their dreams, we are getting one step closer to realizing the dreams of futuristic air travel with every passing day. Just imagine getting up in your bedroom one fine morning and finding yourself in a plane, among the clouds, and a never-ending horizon. As for me, it will just freak me out. But if you have seen the buzz going on about the nuclear-powered sky hotel concept, created by Hashem Al Ghaili, you would know what I am talking about. Let us take you to the future to let you know what can you expect about air travel in the future. Flying V airplane. In a blended wing configuration, both the aircraft's wings and fuselage are combined to form a single unit to provide the lift for the aircraft's flight. The Royal Dutch Airlines, originally KLM, along with the Delft University of Technology, is developing the Flying V airplane, which is a V-shaped aircraft with passenger cabins on each side. According to the manufacturers, this sort of aircraft might use 20% less fuel than the A350. In 2020, CNN reported that researchers have successfully conducted the maiden flight of the Flying V, a 22.5 kilogram, 3-meter scale model prototype of the futuristic aircraft. The passenger compartment, baggage area, and fuel tanks are all located in the wings, thanks to the Flying V's distinctive design. More amazingly, similar to this blended wing design, a brand new model of a huge flying wing has been unveiled by Airbus. The remote-controlled Maverick prototype is 2 meters long by 3 meters wide. According to Airbus, its aerodynamic body cuts emissions by 20%. Airbus claims that it was built with the same precision and to the same standards as a full-sized Airbus aircraft. As a narrow-body aircraft, a full-size Maverick would seat passengers in a single-aisle configuration. In contrast to narrow-body aircraft, wide-body aircraft are large airliners. The main distinction between narrow-body and wide-body aircraft is fuel efficiency. Larger crews are needed when there are several aisles and many more seats, and for a flight to break even, many more seats must be sold. Smaller crews and fewer minimum passengers make it profitable if a narrow-body aircraft could complete longer flights, as Airbus has stated it aims to accomplish. But that might also mean stiffer weight restrictions and even smaller cabins on older single-aisle aircraft designed for longer flights. The Airbus A220. As you may have already noticed, Airbus is a major player in this game, and not just because it has seen many ups and downs recently. While Boeing has recently struggled to fulfill some of its orders, Airbus has made an effort to take advantage of aircraft like this one. Given Boeing's issues, there wasn't much talk about it at first, but now it has the potential to satisfy a need among travelers seeking greater comfort on flights. The A220-500 will increase passenger comfort on commercial flights, is the main news surrounding it. The Airbus A220-500 aims to increase internal space by essentially redesigning the Bombardier CS-300. It differs greatly from the typical single-aisle cattle car configuration of 6 seats abreast and a seat width of 17 inches by having seats at least 18 inches wide and a seating arrangement of 2 by 3. However, it is ultimately up to the airlines, who shall have the freedom to modify the model and how much personal legroom each passenger receives. Due to its narrow body and the level of comfort that the company claims, this is surely going to be a model worth watching in the future. The Boeing 777X. Largely due to their legendary 747s, Boeing has long served as the industry standard for commercial flights. Although these aircraft have served carriers well throughout this period of commercial flight, they are beginning to age and must be replaced. Knowing this, Boeing naturally prefers to be the one to replace their workhorse with the 777X, which is what they want it to be, a new benchmark for excellent commercial travel. In a multi-class configuration, Boeing's newest, upgraded 777 can accommodate between 384 and 426 passengers, or roughly the same as the 747. The most attractive feature of this futuristic plane is its innovative folding wing that bends up at a right angle to allow the wide body to squeeze into small docking places at airports. A wide cabin, dimmable windows, and extra-large overhead bins are just a few of the features that will inspire the passengers on the jet. Not only this, but this plane can go farther with a full payload than either the 747 or A380. In addition to the German flag carrier, the 777X has drawn a host of prestigious airlines as clients, including Emirates, Singapore, and Qatar Airways. This is welcome news for Boeing, following a difficult year brought on by the pandemic and the protracted grounding of the 737 MAX. Boom Overture Jets. Overture, the first commercial supersonic aircraft since the Anglo-French Concorde, was grounded nearly 2 decades ago, is set to be produced by Boom, a Denver-based company. The company recently announced that it is collaborating with Rolls-Royce to create the engines and that it hopes to begin test flights as early as 2025. The aircraft, according to Boom, will operate profitably on more than 600 flights throughout the world, making it more than just a transatlantic workhorse. Up to 80 passengers will be able to board Overture, which will have a range of over 5,000 miles. To spare people from hearing sonic booms, it is most likely to fly supersonic only over oceans. The plane would travel at Mach 2.2, slightly over twice the speed of sound, but it would probably only be able to go overland at subsonic speeds, less than 700 miles per hour. It means that you can fly from San Francisco to Tokyo in less than 6 hours. Even if Concorde ticket prices skyrocketed way beyond the cost of first class, the corporation asserts that prices won't be much higher than business class. Boom Supersonic's Overture planes, which American Airlines has committed to purchase up to 20, are currently under development. American Airlines has the option to purchase an additional 40 aircraft. United Airlines has placed orders for 15 planes and could buy 35 more. There are 130 airplanes in the pre-order backlog right now. The Airbus 321XLR. With a range of 4,700 nautical miles, the Airbus A321XLR will be able to travel non-stop for about 11 hours. As a result, it is conceivable to fly between cities like New York and Rome, Delhi and London, and Sydney and Kuala Lumpur, while still enjoying the advantageous single-aisle economics of a narrow body. As it works to certify the type, Airbus will have a total of 4 prototypes. The first prototype's initial test flight was successfully performed on June 15. In order to obtain type certification in 2023 and enter service in 2024, the aircraft is presently beginning its flight test campaign. A few weeks ago, the third Airbus A321XLR prototype, FWWAB MSN11080, completed its rejected takeoff test. Most people consider a rejected takeoff test to be one of the toughest certification trials an airplane must pass. The RTO test is conducted under the worst possible circumstances, including brakes that are completely worn out, an airplane that is loaded to its maximum takeoff weight, and the absence of thrust reversers. In an RTO test, the brakes turn the majority of the airplane's kinetic energy into heat, which might melt the tire's fusible plugs and cause them to deflate. Small brake fires are permissible, as long as they don't hinder the safe and thorough evacuation of the aircraft within the first 5 minutes. The XLR requires more fuel to take off because it can travel about 30% further than an A321neo and 15% farther than an A321LR, resulting in an increased maximum takeoff weight. A higher MTOW means that the aircraft requires landing gear and braking systems to be upgraded, among other changes, and will need to be flight tested and certified. What are your thoughts on these futuristic aircraft? And which one among them will you choose to fly in? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments section below.